Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you had a refreshing tea break and also enjoyed visiting the stalls and interacting with fellow participants. We now begin Keynote Session 1 on the theme Empowering Young Minds for a Viksit Bharat. This theme beautifully captures the true spirit of the National Education and Leadership Conclave 2026, placing your youth at the center of every reform, innovation, and national initiative. It is indeed a matter of great honor and privilege that this keynote address will be delivered by our Honorable Chief Guest, T.G. Sitaraman, former Chairman of All India Council Technical Education, whom we had the privilege of felicitating earlier this morning. Sir, we are deeply grateful for your presence and guidance. May I now request you to kindly deliver the keynote address.
Lights you can reduce and close the door, please. So very good afternoon once again. Anyway, I have given you very long and with a lot of statistics and data in the morning in the inaugural address. So I will keep it very brief and more of an action point. You have a slide changer, please? Do you have a slide changer? See, the whole idea is, to become a developed nation, it is not just make our students to get a degrees. Today, degrees are becoming irrelevant. You talk to many industry people and industries and companies. They are already actually selecting people with skills. Skills are becoming very important today. You have a slide changer or no? So, making Indian students 21st century innovators, entrepreneurs, researcher and highly skilled professional is one of the very main objective of our job. At least in the technical education, we are all sitting in NITAR. So, we are training teachers. So, those teachers have to communicate that to the next level people. Friends, the National Education Leadership Conclave, we talked about it already. That is, how do we see, many of my vice chancellors I keep meeting. As I told you, 180 convocations I've addressed and many AIU meetings I've addressed. All of them say we have implemented NEP. Those who have implemented NEP, they don't understand what they have done. Why? Because implementation of NEP is not just about one part of multidisciplinary education or multi-exit entry. It is not just that. It is a lot of parameters are there in that. That is a very comprehensive document, even though document is very small. Okay, but the job goes on. Even the document highlights up to 2040 implementation will go on. Implementation will never be completed. So, but what is important is in the last 5.5 years, a lot of best practices have come out. Fantastic best practices have come out. Some of them I'm going to highlight today. So we need to strengthen research ecosystem and innovation ecosystem in our nation. We are already the third largest startup capital of the world. A large number of unicorns, but unicorns are wealth creators. But what we require is nanocorns. That means every student of mine should create something. Earn something for himself and also create something for others. That means we should become a product development nation when compared to what we were earlier. So that's all actually discussed in NEP. Please understand this one. This is also part of NEP. If you NEP, you've read it properly, this is also part of NEP. I am not creating that for you. Friends, disruptive innovation and digital communication technology, India today offers the greatest advantage. Why? Because of our DPI, what we have created through Aadhaar, is a mind-boggling the experiment, wherein, so along with that, we have a youngest population of the world. Large number of young people who are aspiring to do something. So it is an advantage of India because of demographic dividend. So through our institutionals, anyway, a lot of things will change soon because AICTE, UGC, NCTE are going to be merged, become what it will become? No, no, that means you are not updated. No. Unnat Bharat. No, no, what is that? VBSA, Vikasit Bharat Adhishtan, this will become. Vikasit Bharat VBSA. I will anyway explain that little while. That is the new name given to Heki. Shiksha, Vikasit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan. That's the new name has been given. That's going to take, because it has gone to the parliament, and VBSA is now presented to the parliament, and it has gone to JPC, Joint Parliamentary Committee. 31 members are there. MPs are studying the document. By baby monsoon, end of monsoon session, it will be presented to the parliament again. And when it becomes an act, no UGC, no AICTE, no NCTE. All will merge. And there will be a regulatory commission, accreditation commission, and that also Indian names are there. That also Sanskritized now, okay? Some of you are interested, you can take a look at it. Another word is the standard setting. Friends, NEP 2020 is an implementation, is also a challenge actually. As I told you, it takes up to 2040. The goals have to be established. Nobody has implemented everything completely. No one can implement also within the short time. And it is also an opportunity, because it actually centers around students, flexibility to student. So it will drive India as a partner of knowledge economy to inspire, create, and move our society, not just the students. So friends, if you, So what actually NEP emphasizes is linking vocational education and training with higher education. There is no distinction now. See, earlier, after 10th, you have a way to go to skilling or come to university. Okay? Now, it is all integrated. Skilling is part of the higher education. So, vocational education shall be integrated in the higher education, in particular technical and management education. So, a lot of changes are already happened. Today, as I told you, learning is no more teacher-assisted learning. That is, learning is self-learning, collaborative learning, peer learning, technology-assisted learning, and experiential learning. And for that, laboratories have been created by AICTE, Idea Lab. So many things have happened. I think many of you, if you are not aware, today engineering education is no more the way we learned. So, just to give you a national education policy, the world is undergoing rapid changes in the knowledge landscape, with various dramatic scientific and technological advances, rise of big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence. You see, we are all seeing artificial intelligence since when? Maybe 2 years back. This document was prepared before 2017 itself. 2020 was approved by the parliament. Okay? That means this statement is there in the document. They were very forward-looking. That's why we always remember Kasturi Rangan as a chair of this NEP implementation has done a phenomenal work. There are a lot of people who are part of this. So what is emphasis is on multidisciplinary ability across sciences, social sciences, and humanities. So we don't want simply a technocrat. We want people who understand the people problem and solve the problems of the people. Societal problems we need to solve. Shaping the future through NEP 2020, a vision is, as I talked to you already, almost 30 minutes on Vikasit Bharat, I will skip that. Holistic and flexible education, student-centric and inclusive learning, skill and experiential learning, and what is important is the Academic Bank of Credit will provide you that route to do that. ABC is a bank like a bank account. APAR ID is a unique ID given from the class 1 to or even LKG to PhD. Unique ID. One student, one ID. And that will actually make much things simpler. Watch out, in 5 years, you can earn any of these credits. It will be deposited into your bank account like an account, and go to an university. And I have done 50% of the courses like this. 50% you do in that university, you will get a degree. Don't be astonished. That's the way we want. We are all driving in the higher education. Unless there is big change with who doesn't understand sit there, it will create a mess. Interdisciplinary and global outlook is the focus of the NEP. Technology-enabled education, quality and equity in access. Anyway, thanks to COVID. Otherwise, many of us are, even including many of us, senior people in the government as well were not ready. Only COVID made us ready. Leapfrog the technology usage. Friend, key changes in the NEP, what it proposes is a multidisciplinary universities and colleges. You are seeing agglomerating. Why Network got a university? You might be thinking, oh, you have achieved so much. No. They want NITR to also expand. Okay, you cannot just do master's courses 3, 4 and say we have done enough. No, you have to start your undergraduate program. You have been given a university now, status. I know that there are the problems of funding, faculty, all that will happen over a period of time. When the government brings in and research, infrastructure, the whole idea is you are now deemed to be university. That word itself may go. Because deemed to be, nowhere in the world actually there is either university or colleges. There is nothing like deemed to be university. This is only our nation. Nowhere in the world. Please note this. Most probably this will be also changed. Maybe if the parliament decides it in the Vikasit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan, the new heads will take a decision on this. And not part of the parliament, but later on, because it is a regulatory. Please, one higher education in every district, that is the goal. Like what engineering educations have done, what we have done, what we have talked about in the morning. Universities also, in every district, they would like to create an excellent university. And merit appointments, progressive based, that is what we are talking about, but we are also backtracking in some of the recent discussions, what we look at it. And then establishment of a National Research Foundation, ANRF is already done. Is an independent body to fund research and innovation. And then revamp the curriculum. Engineering, I'll tell you, we have done it. Those who know, those who are engineers who are sitting here can definitely understand what AICT has done. A very transformational change we have done in the last 3 years. And then governance is also be changed. Multidisciplinary undergraduate education. And then faculty and institutional autonomy, because role of teachers have changed now, as I talked to you in the morning. And then a single regulator in the higher education, that is what VBSA is bringing in. It will be a one single regulator, but again, in our nation is a very complex nation, so medical is out, bar is out, pharmacy is out. Very complex, okay? So friends, quality, key changes. Quality, the whole idea of NEP, what will bring later on, will become a quality universities and colleges. Quality is the emphasis. Institutional restructuring has to happen. Multidisciplinary education, optimal learning environment and support. Motivated, energized, capable faculty we wanted to develop as a facilitators. And equity and inclusion in higher education, catalyzing quality academic research. And as I told you, the funding part, ANRF, has been created. So I will not read many of these things. When I talked about quality, see, we have to also be conscious about the number of students coming into the higher education. So we need institutions also. That is what Honorable Prime Minister has done, whether AIMS, IIITs, all the very top-end institutions are also increased. International universities are coming in. Our institutions are going abroad. But even then, all of this is still a short supply because huge number of influx of students are coming into higher education. Huge. How many? If I tell you, if you go to ABC website, look at how many of students have registered. Class 1 to class 12, there is 26.5 crore children are there. How many? 26. And remember, all of them are below 18. That means Aadhaar authentication has to happen with parents. That means what I'm talking about is there is very actual data. There cannot be even one wrong there. Because it is all verified by the parents. Parents' Aadhaar is also taken. Okay, 26.5 crore, but higher education, 4.5 crore. That means where are my students are going? So this is the challenge for our nation. We need to create more and more universities, good quality, okay? And focus is on research and innovation because we need to inculcate inquiry in our minds. When questions are asked, so that's why I keep telling my colleagues our time was good. I said when I rise with great difficulty to ask a question, wanted to raise my hand, my teacher used to say, hey, baito, afterwards, we'll see afterwards. Yes or no? But today, you cannot do that because our young people are very aware of all the knowledge because the information is at their fingertips. The palm tops actually, in all smartphones, they have all the data, all the information. They will, if you really do the way my teacher used to do, he will pull it out in 2 seconds and vanish from the classroom from the backside. And already attendance issue, you have seen, so many high courts have ruled out that attendance need not be mandatory. So learning is going to happen ubiquitously, not just in the classrooms. Learning will happen beyond classrooms. Learning can happen even from the bedrooms. I'm not joking. Because technology today with Swayam Plus, NEET, National Education Alliance for Technology of AICTE portal, if you see, large number of microcredits being offered, not just by the government, but the private. Swayam Plus has come in. So it's mind-boggling opportunities for the young students. They are no more, compulsory elective mode. See, in our time, only one course was given and it's called as elective. Only one teacher. But today, multiple options are there for students to take from any universities. That's what, UGC has brought out a beautiful document that you can do even 2 degrees at a time. If you did not know that, 2 degrees you can do it at a time. Friends, this is what we need to change. That to implement this plan, you need leadership. Those persons simply say, we have already implemented NEP, is no good a leader here. Because this is a very, very comprehensive, very forethought document India has ever produced. So to implement that, we need an excellent leader who understands the broader gamut along with data of our nation. Our nation is one of the largest, even in higher education. We are larger than China. So friends, we need to provide, because we cannot provide everybody a job. We need to create entrepreneurship, startups. They should be job givers than job seekers. So we need to strengthen startup ecosystem, and Indians are so good actually. You can demonstrate that. You see, in 2014-15, we had 100 startups. Today we have 200,000 startups. Capacity building of the faculty is very essential because faculties are old mindset. And that is where the use of digital public infrastructure, AI readiness, global collaboration, sustainable and inclusive growth are important. One such experiment is hackathons. If you did not know, AICTE's hackathon attracted 500,000. This is the 8th in the series. December mein hota hai. 81 problem statement given by the ministry. Honorable Prime Minister attended every hackathon, interacted with the winning teams. Okay, online. 8th one. 500,000. They build products at the end of 1.5 days software hackathon and 5-day hardware hackathon. These are actually the excellent experiment. If NITR is not part of it, please join. And we need as I told you, more motivated, energized, capable faculty. Not the way conventional teachers of the older universities, though nobody will sit in a classroom. Access and equity, we need to create everybody an opportunity. So in engineering, I would like to tell you, we have now women participation is 44%, both in the teaching as well as student participation. And that brings a huge change. See, look at this Chandrayaan, 30% of our engineers in Chandrayaan project were women. They did not graduate from IIT. They graduated from local regional engineering colleges and created that science at par excellence. Okay? This is very important for our nation. What is linguistic accessibility? Because, see, we have 100 and odd languages, and at least in the constitution we have 22 languages. So we need, I wanted to tell you, only people who can speak English are only 10 to 12%. Maybe if you are now recent data you collected, maybe 18%. The rest of the population cannot speak English. Please understand, English is not the language which we can deliver to everybody. So we need multiple languages. That means in West Bengal we need to do that in Bengali, in Karnataka we have to do it in Kannada. That's what AICTE has practiced. Please look at it. We have started programs in engineering and diploma in regional languages. Textbooks, we have created already 12, and our goal is to 22 official languages we are going to do that. And it's all free. All these textbooks are not run-of-the-mill textbooks. We didn't take some textbook and translate that. No. These are all outcome-based textbooks written by very senior, experienced professors of our premier institutions as well as our engineering colleges. They are all outcome-based textbooks. Please, if you have not looked at it, please look at it. 12 languages, all books are available for polytechnic, for first and second year, for engineering first and second year, and third year it is ready. So internship, placement and startup incubation is the part and parcel. In our time, when I joined engineering, you see, there was no even a concept called placement. How many, you ask Professor Murthy, he will tell you. There was nothing like placement. We all joined, I joined civil engineering, yours is electrical? Mining, he is very unique. Very few. Why? Because at that time only electrical and civil were very popular, 80s. Because PWD and electricity boards used to give jobs. Okay, nobody else. First job was civil engineer. Okay, we all became civil engineers at that time for that reason. But friends, today, we have large number of disciplines have come, depending on the demand. And why civil engineering we call mother of engineering? Because, how the term civil engineering came in? How many are civil engineers here? A very good large number. Did you know how the civil engineering term came in?
Civil and military.
Yeah, exactly. Right answer. See, everything was military engineering earlier because we were only invested in our mindset on wars. Okay? Military engineering was developed. So what is not military was civil engineering. And that civil engineering is divided into many, many fields, subfields, electrical, mechanical, all these. Anyway, AICT's internship portal is one of the largest internship provider portal. Okay, I'm talking about, we have already given 80 lakhs of internships through the AICT internship portal. Okay, 2 crore registered students are there, 2 crore. That means we have gone beyond engineering. Engineering, my 2 crore students are not there. Okay. About 80 lakhs because only 20% of our engineering and management and other areas. Rest all in BA, BSc become. We have to, that is another worry for India. We have to make them skilled. Anyway, placement portal, one of the largest AICT career portal with 7 lakh employers has been created with one of the companies. So please look at that also, students who are sitting. AICT career portal, Google it and register yourself. Even that gives you beyond your campus placements. And then another important startup and incubation center. Every institution under AICT has Institute Innovation Council. Okay, mandatory now. Otherwise they will not get approval. And many of them are not yet practicing, but almost 80% of them are very active. They conduct and we give a calendar of activities for them to do. On what are the incubation, what is intellectual property right, how do you file a patent, how do you get a copyright, all these are very important. That means we want to create the knowledge to a commodity, a product. Friends, governance and regulations, I think I can confidently tell you as former chairman of AICTE, we have engineering, administration and regulation, we made it completely transparent and it is open and it is digitally delivered. Today, I even appeal to engineering colleges. You talk to any engineering colleges, they will tell you the story. I appeal to them, don't come to Delhi. If you come, you have a problem. You do it online, your problem is solved. Everything is online. Inspections are all digital. No physical inspections. So we stand out. AICT stand out when compared to NAC, NBA, okay, even UGC. We stand out. There are no problems at all last 3 years. Not even one incident, if you can show me. Okay? But all other higher education institutions has an issues of corruption, problems, visits and all this. Technology use and integration, that's what we made it that possible. That is what we have to do even teaching and learning. Adopt technology and there is no way we can leave out technology. So global outreach, I've already talked about it. I'll skip that for a while. Let me come to the last 3-4 slides and then conclude. So future of work, friends, is going to be completely different. Why? Because this artificial intelligence will take away majority of the job roles. That doesn't mean that you're going to lose the jobs. It will create newer job roles. Okay, because machines, what it can do better, it will do that better. So we don't need to worry. And why I am saying that is, we as a society, we have seen ourselves, our generation at least. Murthy, myself, you remember, when computers came in, entire India was on strike, particularly the banks and railways, on strike on the street. But that we don't see when AI has come in. That itself is a clear indication that we have started accepting technology is here to assist us. Definitely every technology, whether it is nuclear, whether it is bio, every technology has good things and bad things. It all depends on us how we use it. That is why we need ethical training, where to use, optimally. So from friends, core transition which will happen from execution to judgment, creativity and accountability. And from routine tasks will be done by the machines. Agents will be sitting next to you. See, I think Satya only, I attended a talk of Satya Nadella. He was telling in the flight, he gave an instruction, by the time he got down, all things are lined up for him. Everybody was informed, everything, The agent did it for him, that computer agent, no personal secretary. Personal secretaries will vanish soon. So, from routine tasks to problem framing, decision making will happen through the machines. From individual work to human AI collaborations have to happen. From job roles to dynamic project-based engagement will happen. What is the implication of all this? Productivity will increase. We will become very efficient. Any ordinary person will become a very intelligent person because of AI. And human contribution will shift to intent and purpose, ethical reasoning, and complex problem solving and coordination across systems, which cannot be done by machines. It has to be done by. So that's what I say is, human beings or students who embrace this AI technology will be better placed when compared to who doesn't know AI. So the future workforce will be AI augmented. That's why I said artificial intelligence. There is nothing artificial about it. It is augmented intelligence. Friends, from human capital to cognitive capital. So we will move, rather than human resources we talk about, everything is cognitive now. Okay. The next global advantage will be cognitive capability of an individual, how he can enhance it using AI. Traditional models are static skill sets, degrees and episodic certification, role-based competencies. What is the emerging model? It will be continuous skill readiness, continuous learning. That is also emphasis of the NEP. Please understand, NEP emphasizes on lifelong learning because technologies are changing almost yearly. Not, as I told you, Elon Musk has told the new smartphones will not be vanishing now. You will not be able to, you have to use something else. Human AI collaboration has to happen and you have to learn. Lifelong learning ecosystems will evolve and that is going to remain with us. That's going to be the emerging model. Not the conventional degrees. Degrees might, immediately you cannot remove them because system has to readjust. It's a huge system. So while till they get adjusted, you have to have some degrees, but along with that, skills are already becoming important. Friends, cognitive capital includes knowledge, applied skills, discernment and ethics, coordination and accountability. This is where skill readiness is part of skill fit and skill depth. The shift from skill accumulation to coherent application in real-world context is going to be the order. Innovation and entrepreneurship in the AI economy is going to be very real. Please understand, this 200,000 will become 2 crore startups. Okay, and many of them nanocorns will be born rather than unicorns, because unicorns will bring wealth to some individuals. Nanocorns will bring distributed wealth to a nation like ours. So agentic AI, generative AI platforms are going to be the future. So if you did not understand, we have made mandatory to all engineering colleges artificial intelligence data science course. I think you have to also do it, and I'm very happy actually in ITER, some programs, MTech in civil engineering, has very uniquely already aligned this. I think compliments to you. Already aligned it. Compliments. Big applause to them. AI-driven public service delivery will happen in regional languages. See, I just recently saw a interaction of none other than Arnab Goswami on Republic TV with a blue machine, which is a machine, AI enterprise. It is called as AI enterprise. AI enterprise, Arnab Goswami waited some 3 incidences, he became quiet. Can you imagine? Arnab can be becoming quiet? That means machine superseded him. These blue machines is an innovation of an Indian startup from Bangalore. Actually, I was happy to mentor them for a while. Frugal and inclusive innovation, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the order of the day. So India's advantage, it is a very young people, talented. As I told you, we are actually engineers of the world already with only 29% GER. Imagine if we are going to be 50 by 2035, that means our engineers and managers, particularly MBA, will be omnipresent in every company and every country of the world. Omnipresent. Without us, no countries will work with them, because we are already present there everywhere. You can see that happening. You go to California, 1 in 4 is an Indian. Digital public infrastructure is going to be the key. We need to strengthen that, because cyber security is going to be a threat. And thanks to many of the innovative new programs which is announced in the AI Impact Summit are going to be in that direction. Vizag city, sir, I don't know where you are from. Vizag city is going to get undersea cables and a new AI stack, complete AI stack by Google. It's going to be mind-boggling. Similarly, Bangalore, Pune, many of these cities. Startup Quantum Valley is also coming up in Andhra Pradesh. They are very, very forward-thinking. Startup ecosystem and global credibility. So India can lead in human-centric AI innovation. That is the message of the AI Impact Summit, which I was the chair of the India chair of the Human Capital Working Group. We had 7 themes for the conference. And that's where I was the chair of that. And recently, we all interacted with all the 100 plus countries and brought out this document. Some of you, it will be there in the website soon. Positioning India as a cognitive capital of the world, this time has come. Because we are the English speaking, at least in the engineering. Okay, that 12% is quite large number for us. So AI first education, continuous learning, global skill mobility and digital credentials, ethical and human-centric AI leadership, industry, academia, government partnership. It's all now our institutions understand these terminologies when compared to 5 years back. And inclusive skilling for women, youth and global south, because we didn't want to leave anybody out. Okay, unless we include women everywhere, still we don't have leadership in women. Please understand, we need to create top leaders of the women. But right now, engineering, at least we have done it in AICTE, about 44% are girls. And more than 50% are teachers are women. But IITs have not yet reached. IIT is still 22% girl student. IIT Guwahati is among that highest. This is my book on artificial intelligence, Road Ahead 2.0, volume 1 and 2. It is available in Amazon. And what it is Road Ahead was written by Bill Gates in 1995. If you have not seen it, please read it. When Gmail and World Wide Web came in. Gmail came only in 2004. This Yahoo Mail and Hotmail of Sabir Bhatia, Indian again. Which was in 93. When they came in, Bill Gates wrote a book on Road Ahead. What will be the new road ahead in the World Wide Web and this connectivity. And whatever he has said, now it is already transformed into reality. So in the wake of AI, we have now written this book, Road Ahead 2.0. Our vision is Road Ahead is human capital to cognitive capital. Friends, we need to build a cognitive foundation, that is focused foundational capability beyond technical skills. What are those? Critical thinking, creativity and ethical reasoning. AI literacy for all citizens. That's what I did as a human capital chair. We declared 2025 as the year of AI, much earlier than even mighty Minister of Electronics. AICT did this. So many events have happened across our institutions. I have 14,000 institutions. Okay, because I added BBA, BCA also into the fold. If you did not know, 3 years back there was no approval for BBA, BCA from AICTE. It is my inclusion. 6,000 plus institutions have been added. I asked the only simple question to my officer: why are you doing MBA and MCA, but why not BBA, BCA? So they were giving all kinds of answers to me, which was not convincing. 17 court cases have been applied by the many state government associations. High courts never acted on that, and we went ahead and implemented the approval process for all BBA, BCA institutions. And we have created a model curriculum with AI integrated much earlier, 3 years back, and most of those BBA, BCA are well sought after now for jobs. So lifelong learning and continuous skill readiness is the focus. Multidisciplinary and flexible education is the focus of NEP. Conclusion. This is my last slide, friends. AI is here, whether we like it or not. It's already living with us, traveling with us, moving with us. It has penetrated every domain of human life. Just to tell you the story, when I joined AICT, I asked ChatGPT, that is the first ChatGPT was released for public, November 30th of 2022. I joined in December 21st of 2022, AICT. I asked ChatGPT, write a poem about AICT. Believe me, in 20 seconds, there was a beautiful poem covering entire activities of AICT in 4 stanzas, beautifully. I was not too happy because my English is no good. So I asked it to write it in Kannada. I wanted to understand. Kannada poem was there in front of me in 20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. You can try this yourself. Bengali में भी लिख सकते हैं, Sanskrit में भी लिखता है, ChatGPT poem. Why I am saying is, see, what have been told to us by our parents. Skills like poet and artist, musician cannot be acquired. It has to come through your genes. That's what we've been told. Or you have to slog with a guru for 15, 20 years. That skills, whether it is music also. I saw a student doing a project like what today some projects are exhibited outside. One student had demonstrated a project with a guitar. A robot was playing a guitar, and he composed using generative AI music, and it was in 20 seconds in front of me. And again he played completely different music. That means composition also, these machines have mastered it. This is the worry for many of the world leaders in AI, that machines will take over human beings. But anyway, we have created that. We will optimally use it. Only the people, some people can create such machines which goes beyond their control. Friends, the road ahead requires conscious, ethical and collaborative evolution. Thank you very much for your attention. Namaskar. A few minutes I'll present the third book in AI, which is actually out of the human capital to the director, Professor Murthy. Please come. This I have titled AI Shakti, because we are sitting in Kolkata now. Shakti is Ma Durga is very critical for us, and AI for Bharat. This is part of the Human Capital Working Group of the AI Impact Summit. We have written this book. This is a wireline, wireframe, how we educate AI for everybody. Okay, it is both an opportunity and also a dream.